Women are simply amazing, great nurturers who spend most of their time, energy, and thought juggling life and family. Women are refreshing wells of courage and warmth. Up you, woman! Now is the time to find and identify your true self. Become the best you. Live your true purpose. Up You with Ezinne helps you begin the journey, empowers you with hope and inspiration. Tune in to Up You with Ezinne Kufre Kanem every Saturday at 4 p.m. on Women Radio WFM 91.7. Up You with Ezinne will help you stand up, speak up, shake up, soak up, scale up, and serve up. It's 4 p.m. every Saturday on Women Radio WFM 91.7. Up You with Ezinne, finding self, finding purpose.
Or simply call us on 080 3306 9199. Choose Rosemary's. Be home proud.
When you're going soft, choose Rosemary's. Be home proud.
For duvets, bedsheets, pillows, curtains, color scheming, wall fashion, sofas, and so on, choose Rosemary's. We're located at Block 95, Omorure Junction Street, Lekki, Lagos, or 16A, 3rd Avenue, Gwarimpa Housing Estate, Abuja. Or simply call us on 080-3306-9199. Choose Rosemary's. Be home proud.
From Empire Cast right there. Woman, you're powerful. More powerful than you give yourself credit for. You matter. I matter. We all matter. We are built for more. We are breath away from victory. Whatever happens, however it goes with you, don't forget that. You are powerful. You are very, very, very powerful. If you're just joining us, this is Up You with Ezinne on WFM 91.7. Finding self, finding purpose. And joining me all the way from Port Harcourt is Ngozi Nwadinobi, a writer, speaker, and women's mindset teacher. She's also the author of the book Mindset Matters and founder of the Facebook community for women, Built for More. Over the years, Ngozi has learned that taking charge of her mind ultimately leads to being in charge of her life. She believes that we all need to have the right thoughts in order to live the life of our dreams. Ngozi has been interviewed and spoken on both physical, virtual, and print platforms like TEDx, Thrive Global, local newspapers, and radio stations. She believes that human beings are the most interesting of all of God's creation, and women especially have been built for more. For this reason, it is her passionate desire to impact the lives of women all over the world with her message. When she's not busy helping women, Ngozi loves to watch movies, read, travel, meet new people, and spend quality time with family and close friends. Ngozi is happily married with 2 children. She has a BAd in English from the University of Calabar. Dear listeners, join me in welcoming a very special guest on the show. Good evening, Ngozi. How are you?
Hi, Ezinne. I'm doing very well, thank you. And you?
Very well, thank you. It's wonderful to have you on the show today.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. It's wonderful, too, to be here.
Ah, you sound so clear and so alive. I envy you. How is... Okay. Okay, so Ngozi, our topic today is Woman, You're Built for More.
Yes.
So we'll just jump straight into a bit of it, yeah? And
okay.
Can you please give me your perspective to this?
Well, we live in a world, especially our side of the world, where women are made to think that they may not be as important. I use the word may. They may not be as important to society as men. You can see this in many ways, many things. Even in the entertainment industry, from what I see, I think we have more men than women. When it comes to politics, we have more men than women. There's so many things. Police and security officers, we have more men than women because we think that a lot of the things that men do, we cannot do them. So I want women to start thinking, to be able to gain the confidence that there's so much more to their lives than they think. God has given them, there's so much room for more. God has given you space to reach up to the skies and even beyond if you so desire. So that's my own idea on the topic.
Okay, so you're basically saying that women stick more to their traditional roles than exploring what I term male-dominated areas.
Yes. Although things are changing, but you still find us still, even amongst educated women, you still find us still, downplaying our abilities. I was watching a comedy, a sitcom a few days ago. Both the man and woman are scientists. They're both very intelligent. But the woman now makes more money than the man, and she says she does not want it to know that she makes more money. He didn't know at first. She wants it to feel, and these are Americans, they're not Africans. She doesn't want him to know because she doesn't want him to feel awkward. She doesn't want him to feel bad that she's earning more money than he does. And she also downplays on her intelligence so that he can feel that he's more intelligent than she is. So if that can happen in the whole America, how much more in this our Africa here? And it's not a movie that was in the 60s. It's a sitcom that's in the 2000s.
Yeah, a very recent.
You can imagine that. Yes, exactly.
So it's a culturalization, and it cuts across different nations, apparently.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. It's a big problem, it's a big challenge, but we will keep putting one step in front of the other, and hopefully we will realize that we are built for more.
Exactly.
Last week on this program, we learned that mindset is everything. And here you are today declaring in your bio that taking charge of your mind ultimately is taking charge of your life. Can you please throw more light on this?
Okay. Now, we need to realize that you are not your mind and you are not your body. You are a spirit. You have a mind and you live in a body. But a lot of times, at times, we think that we are our mind. So when some thoughts come to us, we accept. Because a thought came to you, you accepted it. And you feel, okay, I'm thinking this thought, so I receive it. Like maybe for women now, because we're addressing mostly women, look at yourself in the mirror, and the thought comes to you that, wow, my nose is too big. My tummy is too big. My arms are my chest is too flat. My bum is too flat or too small or whatever it is. And you accept those thoughts. And you begin to see yourself the way your thoughts tells you that you are. You accept yourself that way. And then once you accept yourself that way, people begin to see you the way you are seeing yourself. And they begin to treat you as such. So, if thoughts come to you that you do not like, it is your place to remove and replace. For example, when a thought comes to you that you're stupid, or you're too fat, or you're too ugly, or you're too skinny, if you don't like those thoughts, if you don't want to think of yourself as someone who's too skinny, or too ugly, or too fat, or stupid, then remove it and replace it with the opposite of what is in your mind. So if you're thinking you're stupid, then you tell yourself, I am intelligent, I am smart, I'm brilliant. Keep telling yourself that thing. It takes a little time. Let me not say no time. It takes some time. It takes practice. But gradually, you will begin to think of yourself that way. And that's what I mean by taking charge of your mind. Because you are a spirit, God has given you the ability to dictate to yourself what you want to think, how you want to behave, and the kind of life you want to live. You can decide what you want to think. You can plan your life intentionally and say, this is how I want my life to be. These are the thoughts I want to think. This is the way I want to behave. Once you make up your mind, that's the first step. But you just decide that this is how I want to be. You begin to just channel your mind towards that direction. And you will find yourself living the life that you want to live.
This is really interesting. For a moment, I forgot I was the host, and I was just nodding my head and saying, and I was saying, oh, so you mean I can just wake up and just keep affirming myself every day? I'm intelligent, as against I'm stupid, and the more I do it, the more I become it. Oh,
exactly.
That is interesting. I've always defined myself as a very firm believer of the dream and become, but you just made it very clear now. So women, there is nothing the only thing stopping you from what I'm hearing this evening is you. Because you can actually stay where you are right now and begin to affirm and speak those things you want to see about yourself and about your 2022 into being. Thank you.
Exactly.
Okay, so that my next question to you is along the same lines, basically. So I'm saying, in your own opinion, does mindset have anything to do with how successful a New Year resolution becomes or not?
Definitely.
Last week we were talking about New Year resolutions because we are approaching the end of the year, and we want to be sure that as women we have our resolutions, we've made them right. So do you think that our mindset, has something to do with how successful our New Year resolutions become?
Oh, definitely. Let me use myself as an example. It got to a point in my life. I've not really been a fan of New Year resolutions because in the beginning, as a young adult, I'll make New Year resolutions, and then after like a month or 2 or 3 months, I have forgotten about my resolutions, and then I have moved on to something else.
Yeah.
And then by the time the year ends, then I'm like, oh, I actually said I was going to do this, so I didn't even remember. Excuse me. So it got to a point I stopped making resolutions. I stopped. And then it got to another point in my life, I actually stopped making all kinds. I stopped, making goals for myself. For myself, I mean. Because if I plan to have a goal, or I have a goal, I hardly ever, met those goals. So I stopped. Hello?
I'm here.
All right. So I stopped because I lost confidence in myself. So I stopped having goals. I stopped making resolutions for myself. But as I got to know better, I realized it was my mindset that was stopping me from, deciding on my goals and having resolutions. Yes, it was my mindset. Because I had tried to have goals before, I had tried to make resolutions before, but I never followed through. So I now said, oh, what's the point? I don't even hit these goals anyway, so there's no point. But if you don't make goals, if you don't have goals for yourself, you will live your life haphazardly, no direction, no intention. So those goals are important. New Year resolutions are also good. The only thing is that why wait until the new year before you have your resolutions? There's no need. If you know what you want to do, what you want to achieve, start now. Don't wait until next week. Don't wait until next month or next year. Start now. Because a lot of times when we wait for the end of the year or for the beginning of the year, why you have wasted so much time? For me, it's a way to procrastinate. I say, okay, don't worry, next year. By September, I say next year. What happens between September and December? Okay, we're already in December. You say, okay, December, we have like 2-3 weeks for December to run out. In the next 2 or 3 weeks, I'll start. Why wait? You're wasting those 2 or 3 weeks so you can easily start. So that by the new year, you're already hitting the ground running. So there's no point. Yes, there's really no point waiting until the new year. Why can't we have new week resolutions, new month resolutions, new day resolutions? Why wait until the new year? Really?
Yeah. Because, or even a new day resolution, because if you have a goal that you're chasing on a daily basis, before you know it, if you achieve your goals every day for like 5 days, then you've had a brilliant week, and then before you know it, you repeat that action and you keep repeating it, and then your year just keeps scoring goals. You just keep scoring goals, and it looks like only you waka come. This is interesting. I'm just going to open the phone lines now. This conversation is really, really interesting. The numbers to call to speak to Ngozi is 07000 917 917, and the number to text is 070-317-56537. Please call in and let Ngozi help you get clarity on what to do about becoming more. Okay. If you think right, you will act right. Do you agree?
Yes, definitely.
So how do we teach people this? Because you see, the right thoughts will see us dropping vices like envy, jealousy, backbiting to become a sister's keeper, to move and become a living embodiment of women helping women, which is what everybody is touting right now, But honestly, you can't help if you're not thinking right. Yeah. No matter how much you want to help,
That's true.
So we can only become more if we pull together. But so how do we teach ourselves, teach one another, teach women to think right so they can do right?
Okay. How do we teach women? First of all, like you said, if you don't think right, you cannot act right. Like I said earlier, you're not your mind, and your mind is not you. You are a spirit. You have a mind. You live in a body. Now, the fact that you have something, what does it connote? It shows that you own that thing. And if you own something, it means they have a certain kind of power or authority over that thing. Do you understand? So if you have a mind, it means that you own your mind and you can make your mind think what you want it to think. So if you are thinking a thought, I said this earlier, if you're thinking a thought that you know is not right, then it is your place to remove that thought from your head or from your mind and replace it with a new and better thought. So your friend is doing very well. Again, I'll use myself as an example. Mm-hmm. I'm the first child in my family. Mm-hmm. We have 3 girls and 3 boys. I'm the first. The girls came first. Girl 1, 2, 3, then the boys came later. Mm-hmm. And so in my family, my 2 younger sisters got married before me. Mm-hmm. You know, I could have decided to be envious about my sisters. Or I could have decided to start feeling bad. Mm-hmm. Or whatever negative feeling. But I refused to feel that way. Mm-hmm. I refused. It's not their fault that they saw who married them first and they got married. It's not their fault. Mm-hmm. You know, so and for my own peace of mind, I could not afford to feel bad. I could not afford to feel envious. Mm. Because those negative things, they have a way of destroying somebody. You turn into a monster.
Yeah.
You turn into a monster. You turn into somebody that you're really not. And then those things start breeding hatred, all kinds of funny things. You know, so you have to know. We all know. God has given us intelligence. You know that when you're thinking the wrong thoughts, you know it. A thief doesn't suddenly develop into a thief. He doesn't just go wake up one day and start stealing. It came with a thought. Many of us have had thoughts of doing some stupid things,
and then
crazy
backed
things.
Out sometimes.
But you back out. You say no, I can't do this. This is not right. I will not do it. That is how you have taken charge of your mind. Mm-hmm. You said, no, I won't do this. And then you remove that thought and replace it with another one. And then you move on. Mm. That's how it is. So when the thought comes to you to envy somebody for whatever reason, you say no. Especially when the person is a friend or a close person. No, I can't do this. This is wrong. Mm-hmm. I will not do it. I won't think it. And you remove it from your mind. And you remind yourself of the relationship you have with that person. Even if you have no relationship, a fellow woman, you will think, if I were in her shoes and she has these feelings for me, or these thoughts about me, would I like it? Mm-hmm. No. So you take away those thoughts, and then you move on. So that's the way we all have the ability to take charge of our mind. Every single one of us. We have the ability. And we also have the responsibility to do that.
Okay.
So that's it.
Okay, so we have the power to remove negative thoughts from our minds. Mm-hmm. I know it must take a lot of practice, but it's doable.
Definitely.
What Ngozi is saying to us. We have some questions already on the WhatsApp platform, and I'm going to read out the first one. He says, what can I do differently to interact with other people, no matter what space they're coming from? And this question is from Ngozi from Ikeja.
Okay. What can I do differently to interact with who?
Other people, no matter what space they're coming from.
What state?
Space. That's no matter where they're coming from. Space. SPACE. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. That's a loaded one, no?
Yes,
That's a loaded one. Well, the first thing, I was having a discussion with somebody, I don't remember who, I think yesterday or the day before. Somebody was saying sometimes you see some people and you don't like them or something like that. And I said, why would you just see somebody and you don't like the person? Mm-hmm. Why? That means you have looked at the person, you have sized the person up, and you have made up your mind who the person is without even relating with the person, without even having a conversation with the person. You've already decided that the person is like this, and you have told yourself you will not like the person. So, first of all, it's not to assume the worst about somebody or about people. Don't judge people on face value. I think make up your mind to get to know people first before you now decide whether, you can interact with the person. You can, take a relationship to up to another level with that person. I think that's the thing I can say on that question, because I don't really know why the person asking that question. I don't know the situation.
It's just too open-ended, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, so the second question from Ayo. Ayo is writing in from Yaba. It says, how important is the issue of support when I desire to be more and be built for more?
Oh, that's a beautiful question. It is very, very important. Support is very important, and a lot of us don't know that. We think you can just go the whole hog, do it all by yourself without anybody supporting you. Let me give you another story again, another example into myself. I had an event yesterday. It's a virtual event, but from India. So, and I was one of the speakers yesterday. And I hadn't been feeling that event. I hadn't been feeling it. I just wasn't settled about it. A lot of things happened. I wasn't really settled. So I called one of my mentors, and I called. I said, "Oh, I'm not feeling this event. Though. I want to tell them I don't want to do it again." She was asking me questions. I said, "I don't want to do it again. I'm tired. I don't want to do. I don't understand. Their site is not really working. I've spent this. I've done this. No, I'm not ready. I'm not feeling it." So she was asking me many questions. And I said, "Okay, go back. Call me back in the next 1.5 hours. And if you still feel that way, then you can now send them a mail." I said, "You're no longer interested." So after talking to her, I now called my husband. I told my husband, "My husband said, lie, you will do it." You will do it, And I did it, and it was wonderful. I went for the event, I spoke, and then, it was wonderful. And I was so grateful. I had support from my mentor. I had support from my husband.
The power of support.
If they didn't support me, how would I have gone on to do that? I wouldn't have done it. My first book too came as a form of support from somebody. This same mentor just called me and said, "Because you must write this book." I said, "I'm not writing. I'm busy. I have many things I'm doing. I can't." And she kept pushing and worrying me until I finally wrote that book.
Wow.
I had support.
Wow. So
sometimes when I need to think, I need to write sometimes that times I need to be on my own, and I want to write. And my children are just back into the room, "Mama this, Mama that." I'll say, "No, please, I'm very busy now. Don't come to my room for the next 2 or 3 hours." And they respond, and they don't disturb me. It's support.
True.
So it's really important. Support is very, very. There's no way you can do it by yourself. You need support.
So Ayo from Yaba, I hope you're listening, and I hope you got that. Yes, support is very important. You need to build a support group around yourself for you to be more and do more. The phone lines to call are 07000-917-917, and the number to text is 070-317-56537. If you're just joining us, this is Up You with Ezinne on WFM 91.7. Yes. I am a conqueror, and so are you, woman. I'd rather stand tall and keep trying to become, and it's not done on your needs. Do you have a vision nobody thinks anything about? Don't give up. You are built for more. Just keep rolling up your sleeve and doing the work until you become, until you emerge. Yeah. Welcome back, my queens. I hope you are ready with your questions and your pens and your pads. You've been jotting down all that Ngozi has been saying. Believe you me, all that she's saying is stuff that is people pay to get when they go for business classes and all of that. But she's giving it to you free on this program. So better call in and learn all you can. Finding self, finding purpose. Ngozi, are you there still?
Oh, yes, I am.
Fantastic. So let's go back to our conversation while we wait for more calls and more messages. Oftentimes, women cite their families as an excuse not to be more. Family, no doubt, is a very beautiful thing. And I thank God you gave an example of when you wanted to write. Your kids will barge in and you tell them, no, mommy needs to write. This is mommy me time, and stuff like that. But, should the fact that one has a family or the fact that one is even a homemaker deter one from becoming more?
Oh, not at all. It's really not easy being a family woman. It's quite tough. It's quite tough. So I don't really blame any woman who uses her family as an excuse not to do the things that she really wants to do. I wouldn't blame them. Really, it's quite tough. It's difficult to have it all. It's challenging. It can be done, but it's very, very challenging, especially if you don't have the required support. So it can be done actually. So I want to try and be compassionate because I'm a woman and I'm a family woman.
I wanted to say Ngozi wants to be right there. She doesn't want to say something.
Yes.
Yeah, and then you now found a better word. Yes. You found compassionate. Go ahead.
Harsh.
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
Sound harsh.
Yes.
Yeah. So, but the way things are happening in the world now, there are lots and lots of homemakers who are making money and making an impact in their world. There are many of them today. Thank God for technology. So you first have to figure out who you are. Discover who you are. When you discover who you are, it will not be easy for you to discover what you are put here on earth to do. If you can discover those things, then you'll be able to find a way to balance being a family woman or a homemaker and living your dreams. We see lots of them these days doing online things, online entrepreneurs, social media influencers, so many of them. They're at home, taking care of their children, taking care of their families, but they're still making an impact in their world. No matter how, when we're talking about making an impact in your world, it doesn't have to mean the world at large. It could just be your own world. For example, maybe you like reading, you enjoy reading. You could decide to have a book club in your home once every quarter or once every 2 months. You're impacting lives, you're helping people, read more. No matter how little the impact is, at least you're making impact.
Definitely.
You could decide, my sister-in-law has a book reading club for children. It's online. She started it last year during the lockdown when she wasn't going anywhere. She's a teacher. She wasn't doing anything. She started and it's still running till today. So she's in her home and then she's impacting the lives of children. And some of her clients are even outside Nigeria. I know she has a child who's in the US.
Because the world is now shrunk, So
Yes.
The social media makes everything easy for us. You can interact effectively as if you were in front of each one another. Adeze says, as they say, successful women don't wait for opportunity, they create it. How can I achieve this in being a woman that wants to be more? I guess Adeze is saying, how can she create opportunities instead of waiting for opportunities to find her?
That's a very loaded question. What I can say, like I said earlier, you first of all have to discover yourself. When I published my book, when I wrote and published my book, it opened up a whole new world for me that I never thought I could be in. So it helped me discover myself and it helped me gain clarity on what I wanted to do, who I wanted to be, the impact I wanted to create in my world. So if she's looking at how to create opportunities, she needs to know herself. She needs to know what she has been called here on earth to do. It's a gradual thing. It's not something that happens, just like that, bam, like that. It's a gradual thing. But the first step
you keep seeking until you find it, right?
Yes, it's step by step. Just move from one rung of the ladder to the next, Yeah, so that's the first thing. And then when you discover it, or as you're discovering it, you will find that the kind of people you need towards that discovery will start gravitating towards you.
Great.
Somehow, somehow, I don't know, I think it's just God who does it. I don't know how it happened, but somehow.
It's the universe, huh?
Yes. Somehow, you just find that those people that you need in your world. And then, for you to also be able to create opportunities, you cannot be alone. You can't be alone. You have to be open to connections. Increase your network. Go and join a group, whether it's online or on-site. You have to be more friendly. You can't be an unfriendly person every time you're finding your face and then you think people want to come and approach you. They'll be afraid of you. They'll be afraid of you.
Yeah, okay.
So that's it.
Okay, so Adeze, for you to create opportunities, you have to put yourself in places where opportunities will find you. It begins with your mindset, like Ngozi has said. Set your mind on being successful, think successful thoughts, think right thoughts, and the universe will make the opportunities flow towards you. Okay, so I still have more questions, but let me take my final question to you myself before I go look in the platform again. Yeah.
Okay.
So, what would be your advice to that woman out there who is not yet self-aware, who is held down by fear and other insecurities, or that other woman there who is suffering from imposter syndrome, or that one who knows that they're built for more but is still shackled and too afraid to strike out to become more? What would be your advice to these three sets of women that I've described? The one who is not yet self-aware, still held down by fear and other insecurities. The one that is suffering from imposter syndrome. This one is doing a lot of things, but this one is saying, is it me? Really? Hey, are you sure? How is it happening? How did I do it? How did I write that book? Come on. No, it can't be me. Or that one. The third one, who knows? You're built for more, but you're just afraid to go that much further, because people are saying, this woman self, she's behaving like a man. What is it self? What does she want? All the degrees her own, everything. Waiting. What's your advice?
Well, there's only one piece of advice that comes to me for all three of them. Support. Support. Hire a coach, get a mentor, and by mentor I mean somebody who is already doing the things that you're dreaming of doing. Go and meet the person to help you. They've already they're already walking in the shoes that you intend to wear. So talk to the person, get a mentor that will help you, teach you, so that you make less mistakes. Get a coach. A coach will help you bring out what's already inside you. And these people, your mentors, your coaches, they also serve as accountability partners that will help you, do the things you're supposed to do when you are supposed to do them. And also, the last thing, surround yourself with people who are also aiming high in their lives. When I used to hear this thing, I used to think, that's rather harsh now. So if I have some friends around me who are not really aiming high, should I now just, brush them aside or what? But now I found that is true. If you have people around you who are just content being just there and they're not really aiming for much, you'll be like them.
All of you are just going to be there.
Serious. Yes, exactly. But if you know that there's more there for you, you're really hungry, your desire is so strong, you will just, without people making the effort, you find that you're moving forward and they're moving back. Because you don't really have much to discuss anymore. But when you have people that are like you, thinking like you inspire each other, you motivate each other. So that's it. You need to get a coach, you need to get a mentor. You need to look for people who are thinking like you, that will help you move forward.
Okay. You need to get a coach, you need to get a mentor, you need to find people who have similar dreams or similar thought patterns like you, who want to go somewhere so that you can be on a journey together. All right, so I will just take, I think I still have a few minutes for a last question before I let you go, Ngozi. And that question is from Nwabweze here in OPIC. Nwabweze says, keeping all my task goals written down will help me achieve my dreams. And what better ways can I achieve my goals? Okay, this looks like Nwabweze is saying I understand that keeping my tasks and goals written down will help me achieve my dreams.
Mm-hmm.
But what other better ways? Are there other better ways aside from, writing them down?
Okay. Okay, writing down your goals and dreams is the first step. That's the first step. And obviously, he has realized that that's not the only thing. I don't know, what brother is a man's name, so I'm assuming I'm talking to a man.
Yes, you are talking to a man.
Okay. So, thank God he realizes that that's not the only thing he needs to do. Mm-hmm. First of all, it's not just about writing down your goals, it's how you write your goals.
Okay.
For me, when I'm writing my goals, I no longer write, I want to do my PhD next year. Mm-hmm. I don't write it like it's something I want to do. I write it like it's something I'm already doing. Instead of writing, I want to do my PhD in 2022, I will write, I am doing my PhD in 2022. Yes. Mm-hmm. So it's more assertive.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I write it, I don't just write it and I drop it and I walk away. I will write it and every day I look at it. Every day I look at it and I read it out to myself. I do this more especially when I have no idea on how to accomplish that goal. Mm-hmm. I don't have any idea. It's something I want to do, but I don't even know how I'm going to do it. Mm-hmm. Most especially. So you write it in the present continuous tense or in the past tense even, if you like. Mm-hmm. Then every day you bring it before you look at it, you read it, you imprint it on your mind, you say it out to yourself. I am doing my PhD in 2022. I am doing my PhD in 2022. Repeat and repeat and repeat as often as you like.
I am doing my PhD in 2022.
Keep saying it to yourself.
I am doing my PhD in 2022.
Exactly.
No, I'm telling you that I am doing my PhD in 2022. And on that note, we thank you so much, Ngozi, for coming on the show. Honestly, iron sharpens iron, and today we have been sharpened and given enough food for thoughts as we take stock of 2021 and get set to cross in 2022. It's good to be reminded yet again that we are built for more, so we go for more in all areas of our lives while maintaining a balance. Thank you so much, Ngozi. We're going to call upon you again because I have this feeling this conversation just started. You have a lot to say to women and you have a lot to give to us, as we pursue our dreams to be more and do more. So thank you very much and do enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Thank you very much, Ezinne. God bless you. Enjoy your day too.
Amen. Bye. Build is a past tense and past participle of build. Other words you can use in place of build is construct, make, raise, put up. So we can say, woman, you're constructed for more. We can say, woman, you're made for more. We can say, woman, you're raised for more. We can also say, woman, you're put up for more. However you say it, the meaning remains the same. You are more. And it's time to be more. As you envision and plan your 2022, please write down one area you can be more. Write it out clearly so that you can run with it every day. You heard, Ngozi? You will write it out as if you're already doing, and you look at it every day and you repeat it to yourself every day. Write out why you want to be more in this area. Write out what steps can get you to be more in that area. Envision and see yourself already more in that area. Then become. I am doing my PhD in 2022. Your life is a project, and you, dear woman, is a project manager. So let's make those resolutions a smart way. Woman, remember, you're built for more. Up you, woman. And this is where we wrap up today's edition of Up You with Ezinne. It's been another amazing one. Please follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Up You with Ezinne. Get copies of our books, Up You and When Adversity Strikes, Fight. Thank you. Big up to everyone that is involved in creating this magic every week. I can't thank you guys enough. Starting from you, our dear listeners, are very knowledgeable, giving guests who call from every part of this country. You have answered our call when we've called upon you to come share your knowledge, your wealth of knowledge with our listeners. Thank you. Our advertisers. We're now getting advertisers out of Lagos. Hey, yay! And the callers, the people who sent in the text, I think something was wrong with the lines today, so we had more text and no call, but that's all okay. The engineers on duty, the amazing UpYou team, and the best radio station, WFM 91.7. You all stay strong, stay blessed, and stay lifted. My name is Ezinne Kufre-Kanem. Until next time is UpYou.
Wow, what a place you have here, bro.
Tell me about it. Only the best.
Solid structure, spacious rooms.
That's how we roll. Only the best is good enough for my guests.
So where are you getting the beddings from?
Beddings? Definitely Rosemary's. Yes, Rosemary's, the soft furnishing company. They're my option 1, option 2, and option 3 for beddings, window treatment, and all soft furnishing.
So you know too? On the previous project I experimented and regretted. Then I found Rosemary's. Now it is plain sailing.
Essentially, once you're going soft, all Rosemary's.
Going soft?
Yes, when you're going soft, choose Rosemary's. Be home proud.
For duvets, bedsheets, pillows, curtains, color scheming, wall fashion, sofas, and so on, choose Rosemary's. We're located at Block 95, Omorure Junction Street, Lekki, Lagos, or 16A, 3rd Avenue, Gwarimpa Housing Estate, Abuja. Or simply call us on 080-3306-9199. Choose Rosemary's. Be home proud.
Find